Hello there. Today, I would like to discuss a very interesting topic about spiritual places and spiritual beings. This is a topic that it's not very well understood in many people in the churches, and it's a topic about the invisible realm, and that we only can know about from the Bible and spiritual experiences. But let's explore what the Bible says and connect the points and see the overall picture about the spiritual beings and spiritual places. The first verse here is Genesis 1 1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. So it's a well known verse. God created the heavens and the earth. But if you look at that verse, it shows that God is outside these heavens and earth because He created them. So if you create something, you are not inside it. So God is outside the heavens and the earth. He's outside our universe. And we know from the Bible that there is a verse. Of course, we can find it. The Bible says God is a spirit. He is a spiritual being, three spiritual beings. And these spiritual beings are outside our universe, which is universe created with physical matter and time bonded to that physical matter. The spiritual realm has different matter, spiritual matter, because we know Jesus was resurrected with spiritual body. So there is a physical matter, physical body, and physical time bonded to that matter. They always go together, matter and time. Matter cannot exist without time. So, from this verse, we know that God is outside our universe. In the second verse here in Acts, sorry, um, it's a very interesting verse. For in Him we live and move and have our being, and so on. But basically, Paul in this verse says that we're inside God and we live in Him and move in Him, inside Him, as spiritual beings and also our universe, because He created the universe, the material world. So basically, everything that we can explore with our physical senses and tools, our universe is inside God and we live inside Him. And God is the environment and the underlying system that gives the capability for the physical world, our universe, to exist. Our universe is inside God. God is really big, yes. And our universe is inside God, and that's the region of the material um, world inside the spiritual world, which is God. God is the spiritual world, and our physical world is inside Him, this physical matter, our universe. And that's why He could be all knowing, all powerful, because it's very hard for our brain to understand it. But because He's the environment and everything is inside Him, He's like a big computer, super being. And because this universe is inside Him, He knows every atom, every particle, every molecule, everything, where it is, how it's defined in space and time. And that's how for him it's absolutely no problem to manipulate that matter and to create miracles, so-called miracles. That's just rearrangement of matter, of the molecules and atoms or whatever particles. And also the knowledge, because everything is inside him, controlled by him, and he knows every particle where it is, like in a database. He knows everything, and he can manipulate all that matter and create whatever he wants. So that's basically what the Bible tries to say, but I'm explaining it in more simple and modern language, because sometimes Christians' brains are fogged by religious veil and see things differently. And for people that are not Christians, it's even worse. They see religion, which they understand like fantasy, not just a system, belief system that explains the world. Okay, so uh, there's another factor in this. Um, so for now, we understand that spiritual beings are also spiritual places. Like God is a spiritual being, but He's also the space, the place where our universe and we exist inside Him. So the next verse here that I want to discuss is in Revelation 6:8. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and the name of him sitting on it was Death, and hell followed with him, and so on. But the important thing is that here we have the vision with the horses in Revelation, and one of the horsemen is Death, and hell follow him. So here we can see the picture of death and hell, two angels, fallen angels, shown in this vision. So death and hell are angels, but also places. Just like God is the place for everything to exist inside Him, hell is also the spiritual place where the souls of people that are not Christians, that are not under the authority of God, and they're under the authority of Satan, who is the master of hell, and they go into this spiritual place, hell, which is also a being, spiritual being, fallen angel. And another verse that confirms this is again in Revelation at the very end, chapter 20:13. And the sea gave up the dead in it, and death and hell delivered up the death in them, the dead people in them. So we can see they're angels in the beginning of the Revelation, but they also contained the souls of the dead people. And each one of them was judged according to their works. And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death. So notice that here these fallen angels were thrown into the lake of fire, but they were containing the souls of dead people in verse 13. And also I want to notice here that a lot of people, and even in a lot of Bible translations, they improperly translate the lake of fire as hell in many places, which the lake of fire is Gehenna, and the hell is Hades in Greek. And it's improperly translated in many places, in many versions, including King James. So, hell is not the lake of fire. Hell is a spiritual being, fallen angel, that acts as a temporary arrest place for the fallen souls of people awaiting the judgment of God, which is in Revelation, described in Revelation, and also in the Matthew 24, I think, or 25. So yeah, spiritual beings are also spiritual places, and in the spiritual world, the sizes are irrelevant because spiritual beings can be different forms and sizes depending on their desire, but also depending on their power and authority. A small demon, if he can make you be afraid of him, he can show himself really big, really strong and terrible, frightening. But in reality, it's a small demon. If you know how to stand in your authority and power given from Jesus Christ. That is for today. I hope you found something interesting. Please check everything yourself. And God bless you. Bye bye.